This is Optimal Relationships Daily, episode 1068, How to Parent Your Teen Through the Transition to College, by Dr. Susan Chanderbahn of ChandPsych.com. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our parenting leg of the week. I am your host and narrator, Greg Audino, ready to read you some great parenting posts today and tomorrow, as we always do on Thursdays and Fridays. Now, we know that a parent's job hardly stays the same through the years. In today's post, we'll take a look at how to handle maybe the biggest change, that being when the kids leave the nest and head off to college. Let's hear what author and therapist Dr. Susan Chanderbahn has to say about this as we optimize your life. How to Parent Your Teen Through the Transition to College, by Dr. Susan Chanderbahn of ChandPsych.com. The college years have arrived. Things will never really be the same. Your role as a parent is shifting and a little uncertain. What lies ahead now that you're no longer under the same roof? Parenting looks different now. As you leave your child on a campus somewhere or watch them drive away from you with big dreams in a packed trunk, you might panic just a little. Did you do enough to prepare them? Are they able to keep themselves safe? Will they reject how they were raised for the allure of something that might harm their future? That's scary stuff to think about, but don't let it drive you back toward your old way of parenting. Your young person is an adult now. It's nudge out of the nest time. You need to see what they can do, and so do they. Will you need to nurse a few bumps and bruises from their turbulent transitional flight toward full-fledged adulthood? Maybe. Probably. But mainly, you'll just have to wait and see how it goes. Parenting simply looks different now. The tables are turning. You're in the nest now, waiting for a morsel of information via text or FaceTime. And that's okay. That's the way it should be. The transition is good for both of you. You're taking the first major step of parenting your teen through college. Letting go. It means you did something right. Now, let's see what comes next. Fostering self-reliance, back up, quiet down, redirect, and support. Okay. To parent well during this transition, you may need to remember two concepts in particular: restraint and redirection. Why? Because supporting your teen's independence, self-reliance, and resourcefulness are the name of the game now. Back up and land the copter for good. For starters, be particularly vigilant about not inserting yourself into your students' difficulties, challenges, or personal choices. To helicopter parent at this point does not serve your child well. You don't want to send the message that she isn't capable of managing her life on her own. Be still to build their confidence. Your young person needs the opportunity to experiment, fail, and be victorious independently. After all, the next step in their evolution as adults is the job market. Prime them for effective problem solving, competency, and confidence long before they have to figure out how to make a living. Listen to their opinions and approach, much more than you offer your own. Redirect to build resourcefulness and resilience. If your child is skittish and seems to want to defer to you rather than accept the challenge of independence, don't coddle. Keep nudging him out of the nest. Expect him to seek out resources beyond you or your home. You can do this kindly, but stay firm in your resolve and refrain from fixing his problems. Congratulate him genuinely when he overcomes an obstacle or bounces back after a failure. Support self-discovery. This transition means your child will see him or herself as more than a member of your family. They will probably look to embrace a period of self-discovery and exploration. You may see changes that worry you or make you proud. Your wisest course of action is to keep communication open, honest, respectful, and curious. Don't judge. Simply encourage your teen to explore safely and demonstrate respect for themselves and others. Align your minds. Get on the same page instead of throwing the book at your teen. As your child becomes more and more comfortable away from home, some tensions may arise as you navigate an adult relationship. That's perfectly normal. Consider these ways to set up some points of agreement and reduce friction. Talk about contact. As you go along, respect each other's need for more or less contact. Do you need to agree to connect every Sunday for FaceTime? Or check in by text a few nights a week? Discuss access to grades, medical records, and banking information. If your child is over 18, they will have to arrange access. You can pay the bill, but you may not be able to see how the money is spent. If access is a condition of your paying the bill, make that clear to your child up front. What do you expect regarding classroom or athletic performance? What's sufficient regarding your child's performance in college? Do funds, placement, continued education depend on high grades or high athletic performance? Again, make your expectations clear. Although they are moving towards adulthood, if they are financially dependent on you, then that does come with certain limits and expectations. This is a lesson for them that all privileges and rights have responsibilities attached to them. Talk about transportation expectations. Are they responsible for their own vehicle? Are road trips permissible? How do you feel about other people driving the car? Discuss how the expenses are divided. Does your student have a budget? What are you willing to cover? Will they be expected to work or contribute to tuition or travel expenses? Do you expect your teen to get a job? Your teen's transition can be tough. Encourage them to connect and share. Anticipate ups and downs. Your teen's emotions are likely to run hot and cold regarding home and family. Just be patient with them. Be a solid source of love, encouragement, and maturity. Encourage them to connect with others, make friends, and share feelings with people they trust. Recognize real risks. Some students have a harder time adjusting than others. Some kids feel lonely, some isolate. Sometimes depression, suicide, and substance abuse present real challenges that must be addressed. If you sense your child needs help, by all means, be their parent. Encourage your child to seek out a therapist until they feel more comfortable. Help them find someone local. Reach out to the school's counseling office, consult a professional, and seek immediate care if you have any sense that suicide is an issue. Know that you are still a key source of support. Adult or not, your teen needs you. Keep communication open. Remind them that you're proud of who they are and that you believe in them. Finally, pat yourself on the back and take a well-deserved break to pursue some of your own passions. Most of all, whatever the roller coaster of parenting a college student brings, congratulations on parenting this far and enjoy the ride. You just listened to the post titled, How to Parent Your Teen Through the Transition to College by Dr. Susan Chanderbahn of ChandPsych.com. And friends, if you're carrying a credit card balance month after month, you know it can feel like you're in a never-ending cycle of debt. But there is good news. Our new partner, Upstart, can help you make that final payment so you can get ahead. They're the fast and easy way to pay off your debt with a personal loan all online. And Upstart knows you're more than just your credit score. And because of that, they're expanding access to affordable credit. See, unlike other lenders, Upstart considers your income and current employment to find you a smarter rate for your loan. After just a 5-minute rate check, that's even quicker than an episode of ORD, mind you, you can see your rate up front for loans between $1,000 to $50,000. So, find out how Upstart can lower your monthly payments today when you go to upstart.com/ORD. That's upstart.com/ORD. Don't forget to use our URL to let them know we sent you. Loan amounts will be determined based on your credit, income, and certain other information provided in your loan application. Again, go to upstart.com/ORD. And a wonderful post from Dr. Susan today. Really an essential read for all parents once, as she says, those college years arrive. She's really laid out a wonderful roadmap covering most all that parents will need to consider during this time. But just remember, parents, that this is also a transition for you, and that your life as a parent and as an individual will continue to transition as major shifts occur in your life as well as your child's. And these transitions will be that much more obvious without children in the house. So, as you contemplate this post, also think about what it means for you and how you need to parent yourself through this transition. What have you been lacking that you can now integrate into your routine? In what ways have you brought imbalance to your life because it seemed most practical for raising kids? And how can balance now be restored that they're out of the house? So, in short, what will help keep you sane? Things to think about, parents. And you can consider this before, during, or after the college transition. It's a one-size-fits-all for sure. That is going to do it for this one, though. Thanks a lot for being here with me today, and do be sure to come back tomorrow if you like this post, because we're going to be looking at another great parenting article, and it'll be coming from an author we haven't featured before on ORD. I'll look forward to seeing you guys there, where your optimal life awaits.